Gatekeepers, get in here. The tea was hot. Get in here. The tea was hot. Open up the gates and get in here. Gatekeepers, gatekeepers, get in here. What? Hey y'all, I'm over here trying to get me a crown. So let me put one more thing in here. Where's my crown? Crown. There we go. I got one. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I just want one. Because y'all got one, I want one. Okay. Call me a copycat. I don't really care. Happy Thursday, guys, and welcome back to the So What You Think channel. It's almost Friday, y'all. It is. It's Thursday now, but it's almost Friday. I know y'all excited. Because even though we got today, tomorrow we have our Friday night family feud fish fry. That's what I'm going to start calling it. The Friday night family feud fish fry. Okay? Because that's what we talk about, the doggone Duprees, and debate who we like, who we don't like, what we didn't like, what we did like, what we think had happened was, the Friday night fish fry beef. It'd be hot. So if you don't know about that, you don't know nothing. Okay? You don't know nothing. Because it does get deep sometimes. So come join us for the fun tomorrow night. Okay? Thank you for being here tonight. Turn on your notifications so you get the time of when to park up in here, because you know you got to get in here and get your plate fixed and get your spot, because it gets crowded up in here. It gets crowded on Friday. Okay, it's Friday and it's crowded. Okay. I'm also going to premiere a new song for the channel that I wrote. Just so I don't have to keep singing the same thing over and over and over. I just let the song say it. So I hope y'all like it. If you don't, if you don't, you can say you don't. I ain't that sensitive. Okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Okay. It's a way to support the channel, not to mention subscribe and support your girl. Be like Belinda Hill and hit the button on your way on up in here, because Belinda don't never miss. Okay. Belinda gonna let you know when she get here that she had hit that button, and I want y'all to be like Belinda. Okay. Also, if you wish, you can send a gift to the channel. You can do that by super chat or by super stickers or Cash App. If you feel it in no pressure, you know what I'm saying? If you just want to do a little extra thank you or something, I ain't about to be mad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. Do me another favor and say hello to my mods. I always hit the wrong one. I got to put them in the right order. Okay, so say hello to my mods and to Tony Lynn. Thank you guys so much for what you're doing, for being here. Tony Lynn, I hope we don't be putting you out by coming on later. But like today, an appointment that I usually have to deal with at 3 o'clock, 3:30, happened at 2:30 today. And the show go off at 2, so wasn't no way I could make it. But anyway, I don't want to knock you out for not being able to be here for the fun. So let me know, because I try to push it up a little early. We ain't trying to lose our Tony Lynn over here, because I know he'll be here at the beginning and he had to phase out. He probably like, it's too late. Ain't nobody ain't messing with y'all that late on. Okay. So I just want you to know now, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose you. All right, y'all. I ain't about to sit up in here and hold y'all too long.
Who's that typing in the comments?
The nerve of this thing cut me off. I said, let me pull out my romper room mirror and see who's down here in these comments. Roll call. Let's see who's down here. All right. We have Tony Lynn says, good evening, Mod Squad. Miss Jen, hoping you all are having a marvelous day so far and wishing you a spectacular day, afternoon, and evening. Hold on, I don't blow my papers away, little ceiling fan. Okay, wishing you a spectacular day, afternoon, and evening, night, and weekend to come. Tony's got us covered. KB Mommy's in the house says, hey y'all, Miss Jen, Mod Squad, Tony Lynn, and the Gatekeeper family. Hello. Hello. Hey there, cousin and Tony Lynn. So good to see you. KB Mommy, hey to those buried in the bush. Let me pull out the graphic for it, honey, because you know we got one. Hey to those buried in the bushes, waiting in the weeds, tuning in from the trees, and even hiding in the hedges. Make sure you smash that like button. Okay. Thank you. We appreciate you big time and do. And do. Let's see who else is down here. Cousin Linda's in the house. Hey, cousin Linda. How you doing, girl? I'm good. She'll be, how you doing, baby? I'm good. Bobby Wobby's in the house. Say hello to Bobby Wobby, y'all. Greetings to you too, Bobby Wobby. Okay, I know he'd be somewhere telling people, y'all should hear how this lady sing my name. She'd be like, Bobby Wobby. Karen J. Hey, Karen J. She says, what's up, gatekeepers? KB Mommy says, be sure to hit that like button as you come in. It's the same as speaking when you enter someone's home. Let's see who else is in here. Miss B, that's me. Nicole walked right in at the end like a supermodel. Didn't she walk up in there though? Didn't she walk up in? Linda said it's Friday Junior. You know I like that. I hope I remember that, Linda. I'm gonna take that one, Friday Junior. Jazzy Poetress says, good evening, everyone, and good evening to you too. Mr. Raven Maniac 1 says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, KB Mommy, and the Mod Squad. As usual, I think this review will be worth the wait. Well, I thank you, partial, Mr. Raven Maniac 1, and I thank you, child. I do. Okay, Linda says it doesn't cost a thing to make that bell go ding. Enjoying the commentary and want to support the channel? Cash apps at So What You Thinking, without a G. Thank you in advance. Mega thanks, Linda. Same to you. This is not the same with or without Tony. That's right. Even though he said anytime is good, but you know it's not the same without you, Tony. Stephen Hoskins says, good evening, gatekeepers, and good evening to you. Miss J is also checking in. Hi, everyone from the bushes at work as usual. Girl, that's okay, though. That's okay. That's okay. I hope this makes your time at work go faster. Okay. Elaine T. Hey, Elaine. And Stephen Hoskins, did I say you before? I think so, but if not, I'm saying it again. And to Elaine T. Hey, Elaine. Elaine, are you in the car? No, you should be home now. Okay, so you can yell at you can still yell at the computer screen or whatever, girl. Okay, go ahead. All right. Well, I guess nobody else want to jump down there and say hi, so I just get to the review, child. Here we go. Let me pull out my pictures, child. Because it was good. Today was tea. It was. Even though more and more is coming out. Ronnie D is checking in too. Hey, Ronnie D. Okay, listen, y'all. More and more is coming out. Baby, Miss Van Jean said, oh, y'all thought this storyline was slow? Y'all think I write slow storylines? Y'all think I write boring storylines? Watch this. She said, hold my purse. Hold my purse while I show y'all what it is. Because they done took a storyline that we were sick of, and now we not about to be able to get enough. Okay, I like that, Miss Van Jen. You better go on, girl. You better go. You better go. Boy, today's episode was sizzling like a well-done steak. For those of you who have yet to hit the like button, Joy 2 Thumbs is looking for you. Like the video, please. That's a good place to start, and then we're going to start the review. But y'all know what to do.
Hey, you! Oh, where's you going? Where's you going? Where you? Click like. You don't follow me, I don't care. Click like. You don't be scrolling past my stuff. Click the like and the share and stuff. Right now. Right Right, hey, you, I love you, click it.
Right, hey, you, I love you, click it. Okay. Y'all heard what's the man? I gotta remember the name of his page. From it's on there, but yeah. And then it says 28 watching and 17 likes. Do better. Do better. All right, y'all. Let me get these pictures and let's get it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. And scroll on up here. First of all, today's episode. Let me take this comment down. Hold on. Today's episode was episode number 92, written by Michelle Van Gene, who is the creator of the show. And hey, Frank G for Life, and Michelle Van Gene. I'm sorry, I already said that. Robert Goozer Jr., and then Cheryl R. Davis and Teresa Zimmerman. Directed by Michael V. Pomarico. Pomarico, that's what I would think it is. Pomarico or Pomarico. All right. So we're going to check out the writing skills today of Cheryl L. Davis and Teresa Zimmerman, which I'm going to already say it was good. Okay, it was good. And seeing that it's a continuation of yesterday's, it was different writers yesterday. So maybe different people get to take it in different directions. That's interesting. That's interesting, right? Mm-hmm. All right, back to the pictures. We open with Anita and Vernon. And Anita wants to know what in the Tom Hill is going on with Martin. And Vernon tells her that Bubba done come back and was working at the country club and they didn't recognize him and he was spying on them. Been all over there, listening all over our shoulder and stuff. We didn't even know it was him. And then he told her this has been going on for a month. And she was like, a month? She says, okay, now I want the whole story and don't leave nothing out. Get to talking. Over at Smitty and them house, Smitty is confused. I just saw Bubba. I just saw Bubba right before you punched him in the face. I had just seen Bubba. And he asked Martin, did you do this? Did you have something to do with this, Martin? Martin, is you all up and through this? Martin, is you all up and through this? He said, no, I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Now, Vernon said that he thought he could pay him off again, but things went out of control and he contacted, and then the man had got in touch with Martin's kids. And that upset Anita even more because she can't believe he had the audacity to step to these Duprees children. Who does he think he is? Now, in back and forth scenes between Martin and the Duprees, Martin said, yes, I hit him, but I had to break the hold that he had over me of telling the truth, not by hurting him. And then Vernon is over there telling Anita that Martin had scheduled a press conference to take all the responsibility and confess, but he didn't go through with it. And Anita said, well, thank goodness you were able to talk him out of it. And Vernon says, well, now I didn't talk him out of it. He just didn't do it. And she's like, oh. So Martin has said, he told Smitty that I was in front of the reporters. I was ready to talk and tell the whole truth. I just wanted to, put it out there because nothing is worth putting the kids at risk. And then I learned, and then it cut back to Anita, and she said, the man is unalive? What you saying, Bubba gone? She was like, oh, no. No, but anyway. She said, what you saying, the man is unalive? And Vernon said, gunned down, supposedly by a robber. And she asked Vernon, did you make this happen? Vernon, did you make this happen? Now, Smitty got his good eye on Martin because he don't want to miss not one word or one twitch because he's looking for the truth. But he swears that he didn't do this and he didn't want this to happen. And Smitty said, but someone made it happen to protect you, so you must know who. Or you gonna lie again? Say you don't. Say you don't know who it is then. Say you don't know because I know you about to lie. Now Nessa is over there stopping by to Dr. Nick Cole's house. Which sidebar? I'll come back to that later because I didn't understand something she said. I thought some time had passed since she had been in there with Leslie. But anyway, so Nessa done stopped by over there to Nicole's house and she wanted to talk, right? She said, and Nicole is like, my blood pressure is still on high from running into Leslie. And she was like, wait, girl, what you ran into Leslie? That ain't what Nessa came back here for, okay? So she hit Nessa with some tea and Nessa coming over there to get the tea and she getting some more tea. She's like, yeah, I had to confront her about, I said to her, I said, you tried to take Laura out. And she was like, what, girl, you said that? She said, but she denied it. Well, Vanessa says, well, you were justified then for going off on her. Nicole says, but I came close to choking her. Girl, what you mean you came close to choking her? You choked her. Now we seen it. Now we ain't gonna say nothing, but we seen it, girl. Don't you come up and talk about you almost choked the girl. You had choked it up. Leslie drinking stranger's water, hole in her neck, can't breathe. Not breathe. Can't breathe or nothing. Girl. Talking about you came close to choking her. You know you choked her, girl. But we ain't gonna say, we ain't see nothing. We don't know nothing. Because we with you, Dr. Nicole. That strumpet. Girl, please. She said in the conversation, Vanessa mentions that there had been a press conference, right? But sidebar, I forgot this. She said, well, y'all fighting about Ted. She was like, girl, no nobody caring about no Ted. Ted done made his bed and he can lie in there with them tacky bed bugs that he seems to prefer. She says, I can't believe that I was in that fighting like that. Girl, you know you too high toned to be fighting and acting like this. We are proper behind the gate. We don't be fighting people, girl. Choking folks. Unless don't nobody see it, then it's different. But you was in the middle of off the jeans with this foolishness, girl. But anyway, Vanessa was like, but I was trying to find out about the press conference. She was like, what press conference? What press conference? Because she said she was busy this morning over there choking out Leslie. And see, that's what I'm saying, sidebar right there. She said she was supposed to have coffee with Ted. That's what she was doing there. But see, we ain't even know that. That's why Ted popped up, because y'all was supposed to be there having some coffee and crumpets and things. And Leslie came and that started stuff when you had decided to let your gate down just a little bit. And Leslie done messed that up, child. And then she said it was this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought this was the next day because we was talking about what happened. So I guess they're gonna come back around over there to over there to Leslie's tomorrow. Ooh, Lord, I hope so. Ooh, Lord, I hope so. I hope she doesn't slip something in Ted drink and he don't went to sleep over there. I don't know, it's just drama. Anyway, y'all stick to the story. Y'all going off now, asking me about other stuff. Let me tell y'all about this now. Now, Danny and Bill are at the bar. And Bill admits that part of him still needs Bill's approval and always has. And that all he's ever wanted was Bill's respect. And he said Vernon was not just his ex-father-in-law, but he's far more to him to that. Far more to him than just that. And even though he said that Vernon came for his throat, he still could only respect him for the way that he acted. And then Danny was asking him about his father. So see, we got a small glimpse into Bill's background today too, see, because Danny said that Bill's father was a summer mama, a summer magun, a summer magun. And Bill said, yeah, but with him, I know I was never trying to reach for his respect. He ain't that type of dude. So Vernon is really like a father figure to Bill. And that's why Bill's so hurt that he's disappointed his dad, his other dad. And like I said, Vernon ain't got no son. So this is the closest that he had. Because they just alike in many ways. Because you know, Vernon, we know you got a chick on the side. We know you got a chick. We know you got a chick on the side. You did. But y'all stay focused. Y'all keep getting off on other stuff. Ain't got nothing. Let me click on this next picture. Okay. But anyway, he said that he could only respect Bill for coming for his throat anyway. He's like, because Bill know he went too far. Now Vernon and Anita discussed the problem that Bill arranged, that the problem, okay, and that Bill arranged Bubba's funeral. Bill is the whole reason why we will be gathered for this funeral. Now, someone has suggested to me, Real Talk has suggested to me that maybe what we need to do is have a small ceremony for Bubba, where those of you who want to send your words, and I will read them. So be prepared to send your words that you want to get up and say at the funeral, and I will read them. You know, keep it real. You know, keep it real. And then tomorrow night, we will eulogize our boy. He gone, y'all. He ain't never coming back. We don't think. So anyway, he said Bill arranged for Bubba's funeral, and all I wanted was to pay the man. Pay the man. I left all the details of the bill, and that was his crucial mistake. And Anita said, "No, you could never have known Bill's response to blackmail would be murder." But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ain't this his second time blackmailing somebody and then threatening them with murder? Because ain't that what happened with Leslie? I'm just checking in, y'all. Now, I'm just saying that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Vernon said that he should have kept a tighter rein on things and insist that Joy, strong arm, stay out of it. Because once Joey's strong arm got in it, it all went to the left. And now that really hit Anita hard. But sidebar, didn't y'all have Joey in the first time that something went down? I mean, didn't Joey get rid of Bubba's brother? I mean, it would make sense to have the same funeral home handle both brothers, right? I mean, because Joey know where his brother's plot is at. Y'all don't know where it's at. Joey know where the plot is. He could put them down together. So don't it make sense to have Joey take care? I'm just saying. But Vernon's worried that they gonna claim. Okay, see, Joey, Vernon, see, this is where you was going to work, right? So Vernon started saying, I hope they just don't try to blame this on me and say that I in any way wanted any of this to go down, because I'm telling you that ain't what I wanted. I had left them to do the dirty work, and everything got crossed up, and then she was like, you know what, Vernon, you have more fiber than any of them. You have more fiber. Do we? Do we, Nita? And Bill says, but Vernon says, but Bill said, see, Bill has said that this was the only way to fix it, though, Anita. Vernon, you blaming everybody but yourself, and you know you was up in this, sir. Innocently, on the sidelines cheering, but you was in there. So Anita said, Bill knows this ain't how you wanted this handled. But that's what happens when you let Joey influence you. Y'all let Joey influence y'all the other time. Did you not? Why are we acting like this ain't Joey's second time handling business for y'all? You know, I'm surprised Joey don't own a funeral home, because that way he could take care of some things. Okay? Joey, get a funeral home, baby. That's what you need. That's what you need. So she said, you know, that's what happens when you let Joey influence you. We fought so hard for Martin not to know that Joey was involved before, but he probably knows now. And Vernon says that's why he came forward, so he wouldn't be in his debt. And Anita says, and now they are tied forever. Girl, not only that, let me tell you something. Y'all gonna have to go ahead on and approve Joy's application down to the country club. Because remember, he told Vanessa that he had been trying to get in. Something tells me he's in. Application approved. Application approved. And it's gonna be on the speedy track. Meanwhile, I ain't heard nothing else about my application that I had put in. But y'all gonna let Joey the thumbs in. But okay, I understand. I ain't, did what he did for y'all. Now, Martin is convinced. Hold on, let me get this picture. Martin is convinced that his granddaddy didn't know nothing about birthing no babies. He don't know nothing about birthing no babies. Or this hit on Bubba. He was more upset than me, he said. He was more upset than me. So that's because I know he ain't had nothing to do with it. And then Smitty asked him, but he says, who does Vernon think did it though? Because I already got an idea. Martin said, I was out of the loop. I was out of the loop on a lot of the details. And Smitty said, yeah, but you was in the loop on a lot of it too. So what about Joey? Because ain't none of this okay. Now, when the kids came back downstairs demanding to know what's going on, this is how I know this is a rich household, because a regular black household, you don't get in grown people business. You're not owed no explanations around here. You don't ask no questions. Children are seen and not heard. You don't get up in no grown people face like this. But anyway, but in the rich neighborhood though, they're demanding to know what's going on. Martin says, you're right. He said, you want to hear it? Here you go. Bill O'Diddy said, Bill is the consigliere for the Duprees. That ain't no lie. He sure is. He is. I just want you to know. Yeah, he is. Now, Anita said, we have talked every day and have said nothing. You've said nothing, even when I came home, Bernie. And he said he didn't want to interrupt the reunion and everything. And she said the reunion is off. And maybe that's good, because I sensed something was going on that I was needed back home for, instead of dealing with that non-reunion. Because the reunion ain't popping no way. So we can just leave that way it is. We need to tend to these family problems right now. And you right, girl. Because y'all got things going on you need to deal with, girl. They've been doing all kind of stuff when you was gone, girl. And Nicole has got her iPad out and she's looking for what's been going on with Martin in this here canceled press conference. And she also wants to know why Bill was there, because Vanessa's still over there spilling the tea. And she filling in with who spoke, who did what. And so he was praising Martin. And then he said this damn girl. And then an emergency, they said family emergency. Then everything was interrupted. The presser was over. And Nicole said, and I ain't heard nothing about no family emergency. Girl, they ain't told you nothing. Nothing. Now, Martin does tell the kids what happened. Let me change this picture. Hold on. I'll use this one for now. So Martin does tell the kids what happened that night with his grandfather being attacked on the dark road that night, and how it was Bubba who did it, who was also the guy that was coming. He said, that's who came to play chess with you, and that's who was talking to you in the park. And they're like, oh, that's why you were so upset. And he's like, correct. He said, so the kids said, now they understand why he was so upset. And they asked if he's been caught. And Martin said, well, he won't be back. He's gone. Now, at this point, I had written down that Martin did not tell 100% truth to the kids. And I was going to ask y'all, do y'all think he should have told the kids everything? Sidebar. This crime also happened out of the jurisdiction of Jacob O'Fine Daddy, too. And cops don't like you messing around in their jurisdiction. They don't like that. They don't like that. You don't come from another county. You don't come from another city over to their side doing stuff and don't cue them in and what's going on, baby. For the police, that's a don't know. And that's what Jacob O. Fan Daddy done did. So it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Oh, the drama. Okay, so now, little gangster in training, Vanessa, is going over the facts of the day with Nicole, and she's glad that she did because Dr. Nicole said, because my family don't tell me nothing no more these days. I am very much out of the loop, so thank you for cueing me in. And she says that she's gonna go find out what's going on with her son, because it's apparent to me. But not necessarily, yeah, girl, because it's apparent that Martin in some trouble. Girl, you in some trouble too, but I guess y'all talk about that next time because Nicole don't need nothing else put on her plate. Not today. Not today. So Vernon and Anita decide that they need to go on and tell Nicole about what happened 2 years ago on that fateful night. Because even though they had good intentions, she should have known about it. And they also realize that they have cut Martin off from really being able to lean on those that he needed to lean on at the time, his mother, his spouse. Like they messed it up for him. And that's the reason why he's having all these nightmares, because he got to keep all this pinned up. Like the grandmama said in the what's that movie? The Nutty Professor. 50 long years trapped up in you. Just gonna make your head pop off. You know, all that trapped in there. Got him trapped in the closet. Poor baby. So Martin and the kids, okay, continue talking, and they ask if Kenny left because he was paid or did he get paid off. And Smitty carefully navigates the explanations that they are giving the kids. Him and Smitty both carefully navigate their way through this conversation with these kids. Okay, because these kids are sharp. Now they asking some good questions. You know, I know y'all children, but y'all asking questions like 30-year-olds, like the 30-year-olds y'all really are. And y'all is in the questions right now, okay? So hold on, let's see. Okay, so they wanted to know if Kenny cut a deal with them. You know, did Bubba cut a deal with y'all? Like, why is he, not why we ain't gotta worry about him no more? And Martin said, no, he's gone, so the story can stay private. And the kids say that they will keep the secret too. They just glad to get back to their normal lives. And Smitty said, nah, I ain't said all that. I ain't said nothing about no regular life. Getting back to up in here. I ain't said nothing about that. And I ain't said nothing. I ain't said all that. And the kid says, well, you wanted him to confess and he did that. Well, that's what the daughter said. So why punish him? Because he's really a hero. And then Tyrell chimes in and says, well, now hold on. Now he did lie. He did hide this. Now we ain't like he did when it did. Because he did lie from the very beginning. And Martin says, yes, but I'm trying to make it right now. And Smitty says, well, I can't make no promises right now. Smitty said, I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I don't know why that popped in my head. I ain't heard that song in forever. So then he's like, I can't make no promises right now. So then Martin says he understands and he gets on up and leaves. And Samantha was just upset. Now, Dr. Nicole ended up dropping by to check on her baby, Martin. And thinks things look, wait a minute, stops by Martin's and thinks things look okay, but soon learns that Martin is not there. And everybody's sad. Okay? She asks if the press conference has anything to do with all of this. And yes, it does. Yes, it does. And she assures them that she will be there for them if they need her. Like she's like, I'm here. Just know that I'm here. Because she ain't trying to get too deep in the business. She'll say that for Martin. She know not to be questioning in-laws too much. You ask your people directly. Vernon and Anita wonder how Martin is doing since getting back home today. And Vernon also tells Anita Smitty was the story just keeps. I know Anita's like, man, she was like, Ninja, if you tell me one more thing, black man, if you tell me one more, oh yeah, and one more thing. You acting like Matt, like, oh, one more thing. One more. Was that Matlock? No, that's that other guy. Oh, I can't think of his name, but y'all know the one I'm talking about. One more thing. Yeah, one more thing. Okay, so um, they want to know how he's doing. So he's like, one more thing. Okay, so Smitty was assigned to the story that's tied to all this, and being the great snoopity snoop that he is, he done uncovered some stuff, and that includes looking into Malone. And they hope that his loyalty to Martin will outweigh his need to uncover anything else. Lord, we hope he stopped digging, because that money came from us. Ooh, the plot just keeps on thickening. Now Jacob stops by over to Ma and them house and tells Smitty that there was a John Doe found in the park with a single shot took him out, and that Marcel Malone is the one that found it. This boring storyline just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. And let that be a lesson to all of y'all questioning Michelle Van Geen's skills as a writer. Let that be a lesson to all of us to ride the wave, because she gonna deliver. Sometimes by airmail and sometimes by snail mail, but baby, fast delivery or slow, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be big when it finally arrives. I hope y'all have learned y'all lesson by questioning these storylines, because she took this one and I know she was watching saying, yeah, look at them complaining and carrying on, and watch this, boom. And y'all like, ooh, ooh. Never would you have thought. Never would you have thought that this storyline would have got the Tia's Hot song and did. Now Smitty wants to know who it is. Jacob said eventually they will know who it is, right? Smitty also says Malone may be on the take, but Smurder would be a lot to believe. So now we got Smitty downplaying things for Malone, because he know all roads lead back to right here where they standing right now. He already know. Now, yeah, so he in there saying, yeah, Malone would do a lot of things. Like he might be on the take, but Smurder, now that would be a lot to believe. Because Smitty is trying to throw Jacob off the trail to protect his mama. Martin. Imagine that. And also tells him that Martin moved out, changing the subject. Are we just as mad at Smitty for hiding that motorcycle helmet for the what do you call that? Not proverbial. What is the word, child? Hypothetical. No, that ain't the word. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, are we just as mad at him for hiding this motorcycle helmet for Martin as we are Eva hiding that motorcycle helmet for her mama just to keep her out of jail? Okay. Now the kids are upstairs in that little bitty room talking, and Samantha wants them to forgive and move on. Because our grandparents already done busted up, and we ain't trying to go through that. Ted Nicole already busted up. We ain't trying to have that up in our house over here. Okay? She was like, first the fat boys break up, now this. We ain't about to have our mama, our parents break up. That ain't about to happen. But Tyrell ain't as quick to forgive. Martin done showed up to his grandparents' house and admits that he told the kids a sanitized version of the truth, but he told Smitty everything. And I got put out. And he said that, and I really don't blame him. And Anita and Vernon are sorry that Martin kept quiet because they made him do so. And Martin says, no, I'm a grown man and I should have come clean 2 years ago when this happened. Smitty would have never gone along with this whole cover up, and he would have made me stand up and face what had happened. He would have stood with me, but he would have never gone along with a cover up. But I should have said something. And he was like, and what hurts me worse is that Smitty is now involved in something that ain't had nothing to do with him, and now his life on the jeopardize. He on the jeopardize now. Vernon says that he was acting out of fear that night. And Anita said, and you had every right to be. That county has a history of prejudice within it. And Vernon says he knows enough people to have found a way to fix this without unaliving anybody. And that's true, Vernon, but that ain't what you did. But he needs Martin to understand that to come forward now would implicate Joey. Joey, the choke artist. Joey sleeping with the fishes. We don't want to activate that. We don't want to activate that. See, you getting up confessing, that's one thing, I fall, the police chief fall, this officer here fall, Bill fall. But when we start talking about messing around with Joey, he said, see, if you implicate Joey, he said he will not hesitate to retaliate. And you right about that. You is right about that. Now, Tyrell is not sure that they done told them the full story. No. He said, I was watching their body language, and I could tell. We don't know everything yet. Baby, one thing about over here, the Smitty Martins, everybody's a spy. Everybody's a spy. Jacob and Smitty keep talking, and he's hitting that motorcycle helmet. I'm sorry. I got storylines crossed up. He done hid the truth on Martin enough to throw Jacob off the track. He's mad at Leslie. I'm sorry. He's mad at Martin, but he wants to protect him from jail, just like Eva. Imagine that. Now, Dr. Nicole done busted up in the spot over to her parents' house while Vernon, her mama, and her son is sitting up in there. And she said, I know somebody better tell me what's going on up in here. I know somebody better tell me what's going on up in here right now. Girl, we with you when you're right, girl. We with you when you're right. Somebody need to get to talking. But I got questions. How will Nicole handle yet another piece of bad news? She fresh off from choking Leslie and everything this morning. Will Jake mess around and find out too much before his fine daddy can shut him down and shut him up? And will Bill and Vernon make up? And speaking of Bill, is he and Danny about... Because it's show looking like that to me. Okay? I want to be closer. Y'all sing with me. To you, baby. Sing it, children. I want to be closer to you, baby. That's what it's starting to look like to me now. Now with it creeping up. I don't know. Not, I ain't talking about no get back together. Oh, but it's about to be. It's about to be though. Okay. Let y'all know. Be ready when it happens. Know that you heard it over here first, because that's gonna be a big cup of tea when that happens. Because I can see it coming. See it coming. All right, y'all. So tomorrow is our Friday night family fighting fish fry. feud and fish fry, our family feud and fish fry night tomorrow night. We will also be reading any tributes that you all would like to put down in the comments for Bubba. We're going to give a few minutes uh, to Bubba to say goodbye and say how we feel about him and everything because we feel that he should have a going away. KB Mama said she thinks he should have a going away. So I think it's a good idea. So y'all be ready to write down what y'all want to say. Keep it clean. But y'all be ready to write down. No buzzwords. I want y'all to be able to get up and say, well, one thing we knew about Bubba is that every time I saw Bubba and his brother, whatever it is y'all want to say, y'all say y'all have y'all few words. Y'all say y'all little words. Okay, 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 okay. All right, now. Oh, I didn't do my clothes out about the thing. And I was like, well, we got to keep on watching if we want to know what's going on beyond the gates. Okay. All right. Let me go down these comments and see what y'all talk about. I'm just going to hit a little scroll. Hey, Belinda Hill, I was talking about you earlier, girl. I don't know if you was there, but I was telling myself, y'all better be like Belinda. Hit that like button because she's always going to give you what you need when she come up in here. Okay. All right. Well, now once again, the Duprees owe Bill a favor. And trust me when I say he will come to collect somewhere down the road. Bill owed, wait, the Duprees owe Bill a favor. Baby, Bill done stepped in it. I don't know, Bill. As I said yesterday, Bill, ain't nobody telling you to off people, but that's what you're doing. I don't know. I think you're a little Joey in training. But something wrong with you. You in there taking people out left and right like you ain't got no sense. Katie Mommy says, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I have to have a halls when I get on here. Either that or start coughing like crazy. Everyone involved has equal blame. Go to bed with dirty people, you wind up dirty. Nessa says she was with a client. She didn't say who the client was. We all know who it was. If you lie down with dogs, you end up with fleas. Girl, if you lie down with dogs, you're going to get up barking. You can count on that. Martin says, Martin looks like he's about to cry in these episodes. Well, he's losing his whole life. I think he told the kids as much as they needed to know. I think so too, Diary of Singe. I think the kids know all that they need to know. They never reported that incident. Neither did Eva. That was everybody so mad at Eva for, remember? Don't y'all get quiet back there now in the back. I said, did what I had said. I had said, ain't this the same reason why people were so upset with Eva? Because she did not turn her mama in. Who's turning in Martin? Huh? Eh? What are we hiding now? Leslie almost hurt somebody, but they actually did. What y'all saying? Okay. Martin always sounds like he's in a stage play when he speaks. Yes, he does. He articulates very well. Every single word is spoken out, and he might be from the stage, and that might be why. Some of the people working on this show haven't done, I don't know if he has, but some of the people working on the show and behind the scenes have never done soap opera work before. So it may just be a learning curve, But good actor. We gonna say he ain't when he is. He's a good actor though. Okay. Elaine T says, no, and the line should wait. Kids should not know what right. They don't need to know what they don't need to know all that. The kids got enough info. That's right. Stay in a child's place. And y'all, the following is a PSA and is not for squeamishly irritated. Continue. What that mean? The following is a PSA and is not for the squeamishly initiated. Is that what that says? Initiated? Okay, I guess something else was coming later. Real talk, Vernon don't just owe Bill favors. Let me hold my mic up because I can't see. Okay, Vernon just don't owe Bill favors. Vernon owes the whole Rat Pack favors. And yes, they will be coming to collect. KB Mommy said, yes, he does always make me think of a play. Nicole is a psychiatrist who never dealt with son's obvious anger management problems. Is she a psychologist, psychiatrist? I think she may be all of them. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Martin knew that, you know what? Oh, now Mr. and Mr. Martin knew darn well, that's darn, and my grandfather knew darn well that Samantha and Tyrell had virgin ears. Martin almost stuck a finger in and pop. Wait, what? What? I don't get that. Okay. Belinda Hill, technically the situation wasn't handled right the first time, so we shall. Vernon not believing in violence gives Joey the advantage over Vernon. You're okay, okay. Vernon don't believe in violence. That's why you called in a man that's all he do. Smitty probably popped open a bottle of wine and started playing "Not Gonna Cry." Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. Nicole has more of a baby bump than little old Haley. Smitty is gonna tell Jacob the popo about everything. Oh yeah, it was Columbo. Thank y'all. One more thing. I used to think that Marcel was just a crooked cop. Actually, he's a cold-blooded, unalive thug. Mm. Oh, I just have a feeling that Karen Smitty will. Smitty probably gonna cheat doing this. You know what? With who? With who? How come Vernon didn't ask for pictures of Kenny's plastic surgery 2 years ago before they sent him away? That's why they didn't know he was back. Yeah, it would make sense to say this what he looked like in case he pop up again. Hey, Redhead Cat says, hello, Miss Jen, Gatekeepers and Mod. Let's see. Does anyone else think Kenny may not be unalive? Well, they're saying that they found him. So I don't know, but I was wondering the same thing. Because it might be a bridge too far to say that this family actually did something like that. So I don't know. I'm wondering the same thing myself. Because I've also been wondering if Marcel is really has Joey under a surveillance, like working along with him to find out stuff and making him believe stuff that he's like taking people out and they're not. And maybe they putting them in witness protection and sending those people out of there. So who knows? Crooked cops are in every city. My husband is a retired police officer, and the stories he has told me, woo, and I know there's a lot he hasn't told me. Why are there always only in Tyrell's room? Does Samantha not have her own room? They can only have so many sets, but what would it be to just drag another bed in there and put some pretty pillows on there? This little tight space. I don't know. See no more in that room. That room so small. Elaine, I know you ain't sat up here and said that this is not the same as evil. Girl, I know you ain't sat up there and said that this.
Out. Out.
Elaine, I know you ain't sat up here and said that this is not the same as evil. You're going to have to break it down to us how it's not, because hiding the crime, because the whole thing was, but she knew and she should have said something. And she said, so Smitty shouldn't say something. Vernon shouldn't say something. Nobody else should say something. Ronnie, I was wondering the same thing about Kenny. Martin did not unalive someone. Leslie did. Martin did unalive somebody, Elaine. They got rid of that body too. Bubba's brother. I need to see Bubba on the slab first. And not with you, girl. Well, Martin did this 2 years ago, but it was self-defense. Elaine, but the man unalived somebody and hid it and then paid money. And then, I'm just saying, it was a whole bunch that went on. So we're going to be telling somebody stuff we need to be telling people. Okay, we need to tell what we know. That was the whole point. She knows something, she should tell. Who did Leslie unalive? She almost unalived somebody. She did. Leslie was an attempt 2 times, but she ain't getting Elaine. Elaine. Now Leslie attempted two times, but she ain't getting nobody. Elaine ain't get nobody, girl. Elaine ain't get nobody. She tried to get somebody, but she ain't get them, girl. She ain't get them. This is so wild that out of all the Duprees marriages in shambles, Danny and Bill are divorced. Ted and Nicole are separated. Might as well be divorced. Martin and Smitty are now separated. Yeah. And Chelsea belonged to the streets. Chelsea got a whole stalker. Frank G says, smart brother, they told half the truth. Yeah, the kids they don't need to know everything because kids talk too much. Samantha's room is probably not all dolled up with kittens and pink stuff. It probably has posters of Tupac, who she probably believes is still alive somewhere. Martin and Smitty are Richardsons, and Naomi and Jacobs are just fine. The only stable marriage on the show is Naomi and Jacob. And we don't know how stable their marriage is going to end up once Jacob finds out about his dad. Ooh, about her daddy. Ooh. You know, this lady keeps setting us up. This lady, child, Michelle Van Gene keep on setting us up. She keeps setting us up to let us down. Jacob may become a problem, which will totally derail his marriage. That's true, because you already done put the girl's mama in handcuffs. She ain't gonna go for this no second time. Leslie didn't run Laura off the road in self-defense, ma'am. Bob, I'm sorry, Bobby. Are you getting in this? Bobby, you want a piece of this? I fight men's too. So come on. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Oh, now Nicole is going to be livid. Ted committed a crime by treating the victim of an assault and not reporting it to the police. He would be in trouble too. Everybody done something. Are we just gonna tell on everybody? I said we take them all down to the Popo station and tell. Oh wait, we can't go to the Popo station and tell because the Popo is involved. Who we gonna tell? What does Jacob finding out about his dad's involvement have to do with his marriage? Well, Jacob finding out about Naomi's dad involvement will have something to do with her marriage if he's trying to do something about it. I think it's significant that Anita said we can always depend on each other, meaning the Duprees, and they can. Martin is like Humpty Dumpty sitting on a wall waiting to fall. That's right. This show has alluded to Jacob having a drinking problem. What? Then Jacob finds out about Elon's involvement, which may very well start him drinking again. I'm drinking. Closer than closer. I told you they might get back together before the season ends. Don't nobody want to see them back together. Start practicing your fake crying for tomorrow night. KB Mommy says, no, I didn't say that. I don't know what you did say. Don't forget the obituary. I could care less about Bubba being gone or not. KB, you not about to act like that. This man is gone. Somebody got to moan him. But we're gonna get up and say stuff that's real. Talk about who he really was. He was a summer mama. Bun. Okay. Bill was showing much respect and difference to Vernon when talking to Danny. Bill even alluded to his own father not being comparable. Yeah, that's true. They will either sleep. That's what they about to do. But they ain't gonna be asleep. KB Mama, you are correct. No one cares that he is gone. Elaine T. Now we're gonna eulogize this man. We lost somebody on the show now. If Jacob breaks the case and arrests anyone related to the Duprees, that would cause problems with Naomi. Bubba was expendable part of one of the three best stories I've seen in my 30 years watching soaps. The Martin Nightmare storyline ended off having a great payoff. It did, Diary of Singe, because we was all sick of it. I wasn't mad at Eva at all, Frank G says. I can't wait to see what unfolds next beyond the gates. Good night, gatekeepers, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, and Mod Squads. Bye, Stephen. Good night, Stephen Hoskins. Okay. Kenny and his brother are bad people versus little innocent Laura. That's true. But you don't get to off people and hide it. Leslie is as bad as unveiling people as Rand. Leslie is as bad at unaliving people as Randy. Y'all need to stop. This whole family has so many issues going on, don't they, though? Bobby said he ain't want one. He ain't want it. He ain't want it. Anita and Vernon are stable right now. Because I done told y'all, Tracy know Vernon in a biblical sense. I know she do. I know, you could tell. She got that. She just got that thing that them women that be messing with you. Man, she got that. Martin was right not to tell the kids everything. Terrell seemed to be a Jacob in the making. Yes, everyone is involved with this cover up. Naomi will also care about her grandfather also. You said that I said we should have a, wait a minute. You said that I said we should have a funeral for Bubba. Nope, not my suggestion, ma'am. I thought I said real talk. The kids would have told someone if they knew everything that occurred. Martin was right not to tell the truth. You know what, KB Mommy, just for that, you're going to have to read the obituary. You're going to have to read the obituary. Just for that, you're going to have to read the obituary. I think there's still something more that we don't know about Vernon. Same as, as Wine and Haley. The relationship with Vernon has been compromised by Bill hurting his daughter. Wait, the relationship with Vernon has been compromised by Bill hurting his daughter, Danny. Vernon may have loved Bill, but Bill hurt his baby girl publicly and badly. That's a very good point. I don't want Anita and Vernon to have problems with each other. You may not, but they're going to, because the articulate Tracy has definitely messed around with Vernon in the past, baby. You can count on that. At least, at first you said, I'm sorry, I can't read because it keeps jumping. At first you did, then you said it was me. No, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't KB. It was not KB Mommy who had said. Anita and Vernon are the grandfather and grandmother of Fairmont Crest. Someone might end up with a horse head in their bed. You said that. Well, I'll be on extremely I'll be on an extremely short part of the service then. You can say, everyone, we thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you all for attending. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. Well, I had fun hanging out with y'all. I'm sorry I couldn't do this earlier, but there was no way in the world I could get it done. I had to be out the door at 2. The show goes off at 2 here, and I had to get out of here at 2:15. So just wasn't no way I could have stuff together and come back here and do it. She said she just gonna say Jesus wept. This is what you could say. Jesus wept, and it wasn't for Bubba. It wasn't for Bubba. Kenny was a bad man. He was, and he lived most of his life wreaking havoc on people and hating people, and yeah. Miss Jen, you're absolutely right about Tracy and Vernon being involved before he got with Anita. That's why Tracy's so angry. Ronnie D says, I'm going to and then you cut yourself off. I have to wait to see what it was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for watching today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be premiering my song that I wrote for y'all. My song. And I may as well say this too while I'm thinking about it, because I think sometimes people might think, why do you mention supporting the channel and doing the super chats and super stickers? For one, just so we can explain this right. So for one, it means something to YouTube if they see that kind of activity going on. That's first. Secondly, this really is like having a job, right? Because you start out thinking, I'm just gonna review the show. And then I'm thinking, Lord, I I didn't notice. I didn't think about it was every day and this long, and how long it would take and all of that. So and it's not obligated. That's the other thing I want to make clear. Nobody is obligated to do anything over here. And I'm not saying this now for anybody to give anything. I'm just telling you guys this. And so for those, but usually when people who have been on here for a while and they have built up their numbers enough where YouTube is actually paying them something, because I'm not joking when I say that I might make $1.50, $3, $4 that I end up getting from them, until I figure this thing out about how you really get paid for doing it, because you do this for the fun, but you also do it for the revenue stream as well. And again, I'm not saying this is your responsibility. I'm just explaining this to you guys so that, because I didn't know this until I started doing this. I thought you put a video up and woo, you get it. It don't work like that. So anyway, things move slow. So I'm saying that, so when you hear other content creators make comments like, that person always over there mad at people that super stick in the chat, they did too at one time. It's just that they have made it to the point where they no longer have to talk about that. And that's just facts. That's just facts. So I understand why that happens when other people are, oh, they over there talking about, but they started out having to do the same thing. But you know, this is just how, this is the world of YouTube. It's just the world of YouTube. Okay. Let me read these other comments and get out of here. I saw Linda said that she was going. Now, why are we memorializing this? Right? No, it's just all in fun, Didi. It's nothing serious, nothing serious. And really, if you want to talk about it, that's what he was. You know, it may be that, but you know, nothing. Because I see on some of the other pages as well that they're doing that and wrote up obituaries and all that kind of stuff. So it was just kind of funny. Okay, Linda says signing off now. Thanks to all who tuned in. The drama is coming soon with Vernon and Anita. Join us at the fish fry. It's the fish fry. It's the Family Feud fish fry night for open panel reviews. All we ask is please be respectful to all with creative and buzzwords. Everyone's opinions are welcome. It's too soon for drama with Anita and Vernon. I'm going to need Samantha to calm down and let Martin and Smitty work stuff out. They'll work it out. If they weren't gonna, we'd have been introduced to other dudes by now. That's true. Thanks again, Mrs. Wait, thanks again, Jen. Ugh, my thing jumps every time a new comment come up. Okay. Thanks again, Miss Jen, Gatekeepers Mod Squad. See y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Good night. Pleasant dreams. Bye, Belinda. I'm going to scream and holler, Kenny, oh Kenny, Kenny, oh Kenny. Okay, good night, Linda. KB says to Linda, thank you. She says, tell your family, friends, your church members, and even your frenemies to come on over here and join us. And I'll prepare the obituaries. Oh, you may as well throw his brother in there. Ain't nobody missed him either. Ain't nobody missed. Somehow he just came up missing. Which y'all ain't got no cousins, no uncles, no nothing, no nothing. Mr. Raven Maniac. Mr. Raven Maniac said he ain't getting out of here without his song tonight. Thank you very much. But again, I'm not saying that to you all to like give his money. I'm just letting you know why it is that I have to mention it, because this is just the way YouTube works. Okay, so that's the reason why. Now, Mr. Raven Maniac, thank you very much. And he wants to end this thing out with a bang for y'all. He says, Miss Jen and Gatekeeper family, this channel deserves all the support. Well, I got a song for y'all tomorrow. Don't you worry about it. I do. I got a song about everything. So that's why I'm also prepping it with that. I'm going to play this song for y'all tomorrow that I wrote that I think I'll play just on Friday. Y'all ready? Here you go.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Yes, thank you very, 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 very much. And Dario Sims, thank you very much as well for the super sticker. I know you've been here since the very beginning of me doing these reviews, and I appreciate you guys. And Everybody that sends a super sticker or a super chat gets their own personal song. So thank you very much, Diary of Sin.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you again, Diary of Sin. I'm laughing at KB. Mommy said, join us. KB, you on one tonight. She said, join us for the Family Feud Fish Fry Fridays and Bubba's funeral. That's the way they say it down south. Who all going to the funeral? Real Talk says she coming dressed in red. Okay. Coming dressed in red. If you know at a black funeral, you don't come dressed in no red. Baby, I remember one time, let me say this and let y'all out here. I remember one time I went to a funeral and I had on all black, a white shirt, and I don't know why at the last minute I was like, I'm gonna wear these red shoes, and they was padded leather on top of that, baby. When I tell you, one of the family members walked up to me and said, "You look real nice today," and then looked down at my shoes and stared at them. I was like, "Oh Lord!" And then she said, "That's okay. My mama's favorite color was red." And they were a very proper family, very proper, very proper. I won't make that mistake again, baby. I won't even come near no red funeral. I won't do it. Okay. Karen J says, "I will bring the alcohol for the funeral." All right, then. And who frying the fish? Linda can fry the fish. I'm gonna assign her that since she gone. Belinda Hill, since you always do the likes on the way in the door, we're gonna let you work the door and seat the people when they come in, please. And don't let them be used, holding up space, and make sure the family members come to the front. Make sure all the gatekeepers get to make it to the front so we can get up and say we got to say real loud. Real Talk said we gotta pop some bottles. And let's see, she said we have to make a toast to Bubba. We gotta make a toast to Bubba. Let's have a Greek wake. What does that mean? I'm going to memorial service Saturday in navy blue. I want a funeral at Kojic, and what you went to, girl, you went to a Kojic funeral and wore pants? Oh my God. Belinda Hill says she on it. I won't be, and make sure you got your gloves on, Belinda. I won't be doing any toasting Bubba's on. We will pour a little out for the racists no longer here. Ooh, y'all too much. Y'all are too much. All right, y'all full of jokes. So I know tomorrow y'all about to crack me up. I'm gonna make sure I got something near that'll help me with my cough, because I know Greek wake has lots of dancing and drinking. That sounds like that's what I need. And when I go, I want a party. She says she'll post some old E800. Gotta get us a song. Bubba gone, Bubba gone, Bubba is gone, Bubba is gone. We should be celebrating that, even though it's just a character, though. But I don't like to be. I believe karma real now. Thomas can read a boring eulogy. I got my white glove starch. Y'all too much. Oh Lord. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the page, please to the So What You Think to my So What You Think channel, please do so. What you waiting on? Y'all know we go together now. So you may as well go on and come on. I ain't asking for no ring, but we go together. We do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Look for Real Talk says she arriving late to the funeral. Ooh, Lord. Ain't no need printing up no obituaries. We can just read the one online. Tell your mama and your friends and your neighbors, church members, and even your frenemies to come on over here and join us and subscribe to the channel. Also, before we get out of here, y'all, please take the time to, hold on, let me take this comment down for 1 second. Y'all take the time to thank my mods, please.
Thank you, Mod Squad.
Indeed, we do. Thank you, Mod Squad, for all that you do over here. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, wait a minute. She says, last question. Okay. Will the service be at Orphans? You know what? Yes, I think we should hold it at Orphans, the last place for which he was seen alive. Okay. Last question. Who doing the body? Joey already did the body, child. Joey did the body. Joey did the body. I'm rolling up. I will be I'm rolling up to the joint late. I will be making an entrance. Yes, and the repass. Thanks, Mod Squad. I know the perfect song for tomorrow, Miss Jen. I will DM it to you. You send me something because I'm trying to. Now you know I can't play certain stuff. I can't play certain things over here, baby. See right now. This little stuff I play, I don't get no copyright strike for. I just have to give them income. This is what I was telling you. Let me tell y'all how YouTube do you right. So like you just sent that $5 super chat, right? They already get half of that. They get half of that. And then I don't even know what the split is when I play these songs, but they send me a thing that just say a split, but they never explain what the split is. So I don't even never know what I end up with in the end. You know what I'm saying? So but that's the way that works. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And I hope everybody's had a great day. And if not, remember there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.